make you welcome. I just want you to know that you're loved and that you are safe. And if you can sit and you can breathe and you can be in choice, if you can direct your experience, there is a power there to alter your course. If you've been driving through choppy waters, it's not the choppy water that is the problem. It's your belief that the choppy water is a problem that is the problem. Does that make sense? When we go through storms in life, the storms are important for an ecosystem. They bring rain, they bring energy, lightning. I've heard a theory that lightning, forest fires are a natural part of a system. Lightning will strike in a forest, catch something on fire. There'll be widespread fire. It helps to decompose all that material so that the earth can use it again. Just because you're going through a period of unease does not mean that you are unloved or unobserved by a loving God or a universe. So as we start to dive into this moment, sitting up nice and tall, I invite you to relax your shoulders. Let them grow heavy. Some people don't know how to relax, but imagine that they were at ease, to just settle. Maybe your shoulder blades come back a little bit, but we're not straining. A blade of grass does not strain to sit up tall, to be tall. It just is. Letting everything stack. Letting your chin be parallel to the floor. Relax your jaw. Maybe you stretch it. Releasing your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And I invite you to settle. Throughout this process, I'm going to talk and share insights and stories. The most important thing is your breath. And whatever distractions come into your field, I invite you to maintain your awareness on that breath. Breathing in and out through the nose if it's available to you. I invite you to breathe deep into your belly. The goal is a nice circle breath, fully in and release. And you should be breathing forcefully enough to hear your breath. Most people are oxygen deprived. I'm in Utah. We're at a higher elevation. When your abs are tight and you're breathing primarily from your upper chest, your body produces more cortisol, which is your stress hormone. If you want to reset that mechanism, breathe, relax into your belly. Imagine your diaphragm falling towards the floor. Some people enjoy the visualization of planting roots. Imagine planting roots deep into the earth, stretching towards the earth's magnetic center. Let every inhale drive those roots deeper, and then every exhale, just relax. It takes 2 minutes for your nervous system to begin to relax after you've put the body in stillness. So as you sit here and breathe, I invite you to focus on only the muscles that are responsible for breathing, namely dropping your diaphragm down, expanding your abdomen open. Maybe you even breathe through your back. Explore your breath, but heal it through expansion. And as you breathe, release, relax, accept, and allow. Trusting that your soul led you here for taking your power back, fully embracing this moment. And as you breathe, whatever you feel, whatever you think, breathe into it. Use it as a reason to settle and continue your breath. The invitation is to be still, but if you need to shift and then resume your breathing, do it. But if you can breathe into your need to shift and let it be without judgment, do that. As you go through this process, as you breathe simply, easily, and deeply, I invite you to accept every distraction, myself included. Anything that pulls your awareness away from your breath is a distraction. And the world is a perfect distraction. Most people don't want to realize the world is neutral. Every distraction that is presented to you is presented with neutrality. It is what you hang on that distraction that gives it its value. Someone without personal responsibility will blame other people for how they're feeling in their presence without ever taking the responsibility to shift it. And while that makes an incredibly fun drama, it does not serve you the way you think it does. Everything serves you at some point. An experience of bitter only serves to empower the sweet. We like to think that happiness is being blissful, but how many times in life have we been blissful and not trusted it? Or felt undeserving of it? And as we sit and breathe, it is normal for emotions to come up. Trapped, repressed emotions. As you release this space, you may feel emotions come through your experience, and I invite you to honor them. It's not about crying, but it's about knowing that it's okay to cry. If you've ever had the experience where you felt like it was unsafe to have an emotion, entering into a private moment with you, yourself, and your breath, and feeling the emotion as deeply and as poignantly as the situation allows. If your heart was broken, be heartbroken. Honor the feeling and it will pass. Suppress it and it'll stay stuck forever. And as we breathe in nice, deep, steady circles, fully in and let go, I invite you into a gentle body scan, running your awareness from the top of your head all the way down to where your body meets the earth. And on the first pass, let's observe without judgment, without writing a story around it. Oh, my shoulders hurt. I've been working so hard, blah, blah, blah. Your mind runs off. Just observe how it actually feels to be in your body right now. notice that your attention has drifted away, corral it back gently. Focus solely and wholly on your breath, on taking the next perfect breath, fully expanded, stretching into your lungs. It's not about force, but allow the air in. And then the exhale is not about force either. It's not about squeezing out. It's about relaxing. There can be some air in your lungs at the beginning of the next breath. As long as it's a continuous flow, fully in and let go, then you're doing it right. Every experience is valid. Everyone has the right to be. And so do you. If you want a different experience of reality, I invite you into a level of acceptance that defies logic. Let everyone be authentically who they want to be. Love is learning to accept people regardless of how it makes you feel. And that doesn't mean we don't have boundaries. It doesn't mean we don't set safe distance. There's a field of study called the 7 heart virtues. And what I love about it is I teach the 7 hermetic principles, which is how your reality is constructed. The 7 heart virtues goes into, once you understand how reality is constructed, what reality is worth constructing. One of the principles is humility, which has often been misunderstood. The way it was taught to me is humility makes me less than you. Oh, I don't deserve it, I can't, no, meek and humble. And the way I've seen it redesigned or reconstructed to an original format is the true energy of humility states that regardless of how you choose to express, I know who you are. And I know what I am. And true humility says that there's no way you can express that could ever hope to diminish the truth of what I am and who I am. And with that understanding, I can hold space for you. I can let your soul throw a tantrum and blame me for things. It's okay. It was never about me anyway. There's another field of study called the gene keys that I frequently talk about. Gene keys, what I love about, there is a gene key that moves from codependency to sacrifice. And, which if you're familiar with the system, it's gene key 19. And as I was contemplating that energy, the movement from codependency to sacrifice, something jumped out at me. Codependency is focused on my needs. In order to have my needs met, I need you to do this. In order for me to defend my value, my sense of self, you have to treat me this way. And it's codependent, because I need you in order to fulfill my needs. Sensitivity is the gift in all of that, because in understanding my needs and needing you to take care of my needs, it opens me up to being more sensitive, to being more aware, empathic. The energy of sensitivity is about your needs. If I can turn my awareness from what I need to what you need, I've accessed the gift. Codependency is my needs. Sensitivity is about your needs. And then the highest expression of that is sacrifice, which is about our needs. What do we need right now? And I invite you into a game. When you see people acting in their shadow frequencies, in a lower expression, I invite you to imagine them as if their soul is throwing a tantrum. They are in a love deficit. And if you're doing your inner work, if you're doing your part, and someone comes and needs love from you, give it to them. I like to think that love is more closely related to surrender than it is to romance. The true act of love is to release, relax, accept, and allow someone to be exactly who they are. Because if I see you and I allow you to be exactly who you want to be, without any desire for you to shift, then I love you as you are, not as an idea of what you could be, but you. Love, acceptance. That's been 15 minutes. So when I jumped on here, we started at 6. It was 15 minutes of conscious, connected breathing. And you did it. The thing I love about a breathwork practice is it's not about perfection. It's about understanding the activity. Sit up tall and breathe. For the next 15 minutes, you're going to breathe anyway, but can you close your eyes? Can you focus all of your attention on your breath? And just accept any and every distraction that comes your way, exactly as it is, as an opportunity for you to choose where to place your awareness. My friends, your time, energy, and attention are the most valuable things you have. Commerce and capitalism want you to put your self-worth in things, and they've done a very good job of helping us attach to things. There are worldly pleasures that are amazing. And the most valuable thing you will ever learn to do is how to put on your own oxygen mask first, to love yourself first, authentically, and not at the expense of everyone else, but because in order for you to help everybody, you have to love yourself. You have to feel safe, grounded, connected, creative. There's magic in what you're doing. The true art of alchemy is more related to psychology than chemistry. It is chemistry, but it's the chemistry of the brain. Mental states. How do you transmute codependency into sacrifice? How do you transmute the frequencies of hate and resistance and fear into love? Practice. Practice, patience. Everything you've been told a million times. At the end of the day, we're all walking each other home. Something that's really helpful for any sort of anguish or fear or panic is to know that somewhere, someone else has felt this exact same way, and they made it through. You'll make it through. You always have. And you always will. You got this, my friend. Thank you for joining me for this brief 15-minute conscious connected session. If you enjoyed this session, check us out on YouTube at Breathing Empowered. There's a lot of free resources, a lot of meditations. I jump on there and do sound baths and meditate. It's fun. Come play with us. The books that I recommended throughout the session were The Presence Process. I'm going to turn comments back on if you want to. Yes, there you go. The Presence Process is incredible. If that calls to you, check it out. It'll change your life. Gene Keys was another book that I mentioned, a field of study that I absolutely love. Gene Keys by Richard Rudd. I've been reading this a lot. It's amazing. It's amazing. One of the ways that I study things is I always create like study materials. And so this is just, you can't see it, but these are all the Gene Keys and their programming partners. It's fun. It's an ecstatic form of study that has experiential consequences in life, and it's insanely profound. So that's the Gene Keys. Good. Good. I'm glad you liked it. So sometimes we'll come on here and we do active breath work. Active breath work is good at burning through resistance, scrubbing out some things, but as a daily practice, I really invite you into 15 minutes of conscious connected breathing. If you're feeling stressed and anxious, sure, you can use conscious connected breathing as a remedy when you are stressed, or you can use it preventatively and breathe every day, and you'll notice that your stress levels will drastically decline. Oh, Nancy, I love you. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. You are the most valuable thing in all of existence. Something that we take for granted so frequently because it's our whole experience. We don't know anything different, but a dragon in all of its mystical glory would just think that dragon things are normal. A unicorn, just born being a unicorn, yeah, of course, my blood can heal you. That's what unicorns do. It wouldn't be special because it's normal. Your ability to manifest your reality is something that is so inherently you that we can pretend it doesn't exist. We can pretend that we don't have control. We can give it away. But it can't in any way detract from the fact inherently you that we can pretend it doesn't exist. We can pretend that we don't have control. We can give it away. But it can't in any way detract from the fact. That's my energy, time, and attention for today. I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. You are so worth your own healing journey. The best thing that you can do for absolutely everybody, yourself included, is to learn to love yourself. Release, relax, accept, allow the beautiful bounty that is yours, that is ever present. Peace and love, my friends. If you can't, so the idea that you can't help but manifest chaos everywhere you turn, then that obviously means there's something in that chaos that's meant for you. I'm not. Hi, hello friends. Yes, thank you, more please. Yes, yeah. True happiness is not about never being sad. It's about learning how to be sad. Because there's peace in sadness if you accept it. The only struggle in sadness is when you resist it. When we cry the most is when we don't want to miss somebody, and we do. That's what creates the struggle. You're trying to fight what is. Whereas if you simply missed them with everything you have, the feeling would move through you. The chaos that we experience in life is ever present because chaos is the fertilizer of experience. Without fertilizer, your plants would have no nutritional value, no nutrients. Without chaos, the peace would have no nutritional value. Also, learning how to manage the chaos, learning where to set boundaries. Things feel chaotic when they don't have a container to hold them. Water can slosh around anywhere, but if you give it a cup and say you have to stay within the confines of this, then you can build structures that way. I'm more interested in knowing what true worthiness is. Well, it's a lot of passion and acceptance and love. It's amazing. It's ecstatic. excited. It's great. Yeah. I'm going to stay on here for about 5 more minutes. If you have a question, let me know. If you have any, yeah, I'm here for you. Please message me. I love messages. I love answering things. Yes, good. May it serve you. My goal is to gift you with everything I've learned as easily and efficiently as possible, that it might bless you right away. I am not a doctor. I have no certifications. I have lived a life of stress, anxiety, and depression, and I found my way through it. And on my journey, I found coping mechanisms. I found things that helped me, needle movers that made it more possible for me to be happy and calm and collected. I'm not perfect. I still experience stress. I had a stressful moment yesterday, but I didn't write a story around it. There's a lot of technique in it. And at the end of the day, it's the most intuitive thing you'll ever do. I love you. I love you right back. I love you right back. Yes, thank you. More, please. Also, for any business people, my business entrepreneurs of TikTok, I'm looking to put together a mastermind group, 5 to 13 like-minded individuals who want to build a health and wellness community that is supportive of people's highest goods, meets them where they're at, and is accessible to everyone who needs it. I seek to make a shift in the paradigm that you need money in order to gain access to some of these modalities. You take something that is infinite value, peace. True peace, grounded love, self-acceptance. You couldn't buy, there is no price I could set on my inner peace. With that understood, there are ways to share that information with people that allow them to engage more fully with the process. Sorry, my thoughts seem to be a little... I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, but the ask was, if you know somebody or you want to be involved, please message me. Serious applications only. I really want to make it a tight group of people that are wanting to change the world. I have some visions. I have some plans. I seek to build structures that remind people how to be happy, authentically. And talk is cheap, but message me. If you really want to do this, if you want to join me in this endeavor, please message me. Like I said, I want to keep the group small so that we can really pool our resources and build structures that are lasting and have the intentional basis of community, support, activation, education, and integration. So that's my ask. There it is. In meditating, do I entertain and focus on my random thoughts or shut them out? The question is, when meditating, do I entertain and focus on my random thoughts or do I shut them out? I will say this. I trust you. And yes, you can do either. There's no wrong